Captain Marvel. What do you mean, nah? That's his name. He changed it to Shazam. That's dumb. Shazam's the word that he says to turn himself into Captain Marvel. Stop that! You can't say his own name now without turning back into a kid. And what about the Marvel family? Is it Shazam Jr. now? And what about Mary Marvel? Is she called Mary Shazam? That doesn't sound right. Maybe Marvel just rolls off the tongue so well. The Wizard was called Shazam originally. Is he still called Shazam? The Wizard? Who is he, Fred Savage? And I know he wasn't the Wizard, but you don't know the name of the kid who actually was the Wizard, and I don't know the name of the kid who was once the Wizard, and neither of us are going to look it up anytime soon. But seriously, just the Wizard? You could have given it any kind of name. Merlin. It's unoriginal, but you could have given it to him and he would have had a name. Why change the name? What possible reason could you have had to... Oh, that actually makes sense now. Okay, a little bit of backstory. So, the Shazam Captain Marvel first appeared in the 1940s under 4Cat Publishing's Whiz Comics as basically a rip-off of Superman, and Marvel created their own in the 60s, copyrighting the name in the process. DC got the rights to 4Cat's character in the 70s and integrated him into their universe. He kept the name Captain Marvel, with the comics themselves being marketed as Shazam after his catchphrase. But it was renamed in 2011 to avoid confusion regarding the name. And as a result, it's created a lot of confusion regarding the name. Though I guess the Marvel company makes more sense to have a character called Captain Marvel than DC, so let's stop wasting time and talk about Shazam. I suppose the real title is Shazam! After all, the exclamation point is part of the title. Shazam follows 14-year-old Billy Batson, who was chosen by the Wizard, to take his powers to fight evil as the superhero Shazam. Captain Marvel. He died! The film has a strange tone that feels goofy and light-hearted, but other times it feels more in line with the other DCEU films. The scenes with Billy are heavy on drama and really sell the idea of a kid who succumbs to the harsh reality of the world. When he transforms into Captain Shazam, you can't play that when I'm making a dumb joke on his name. The world becomes brighter with the good Captain himself being the brightest thing on screen. Kinda like what they should have done with Superman. And if you're going to create this dark, dreary universe, and then have the main character be this person who comes to bring hope to the people of this world, he should be the brightest thing. He should literally brighten the world. Now, the idea of a kid turning into an adult superhero makes way for a lot of comedic possibilities, and the comparisons to the film Big are hard to ignore, especially when the film itself intentionally pays homage to it. But the comedy doesn't distract when the film needs to be serious, and that disconnect actually aids in the darkest moments where Billy's story actually gets pretty dramatic. The connecting thread is Billy's foster brother, Freddie Freedman, who is a huge fan of both Batman and Superman, acting as Billy's confidant and delights in knowing an actual superhero. I also like this whole arc they go through his character, that Billy gets this power and ultimately he abuses it, and Freddie just feels, because he's can't walk without a crutch and he idolizes these superheroes, like, how come this guy got these powers and I didn't? And you can definitely see why there might be a couple of hard feelings which do make way for some pretty interesting character drama. The Big Red Cheese himself is easily the biggest draw of the film. Zachary Levi plays with a lot of energy and fun, helping separate him from the other superheroes and giving the film its own vibe. I really hope DC followed through with a sequel of this guy because I'd love to see more of him. The film does have a certain cheap quality to some effects, and the action scenes are pretty lacking, but it also adds to the film's charm in a weird sort of way. It does really have a kind of a weak villain. Dutch Savannah is alright, but nothing outstanding. I do like how his story parallels Billy's as a man who was rejected to receive the Wizard's power because he wasn't pure enough. Though it wasn't really played up, it's like he wasn't really bitter about Billy receiving the power he wanted or anything. He's kind of doing it because these evil spirits say that he's a threat. It's brought up, but it's not really focused on, so it doesn't feel like the driving force of his character. In conclusion, Shazam is a fun comedy with a great lead, so it's a 7 out of 10. It does lack the action of Man of Steel, the scale of Aquaman, or the depth of Wonder Woman, but it knows what it is and has fun with its premise, and its sense of fun is projected really well onto the audience, so it's a high recommendation for this one. Though chances are you're probably just saving your money to see Avengers. Yeah, kind of a bonehead move to release this movie now, wasn't it, DC? Take care now, bye-bye then.